He walked into his favorite cafe on a cold, rainy afternoon. He wasn't expecting anything different, it was just another gloomy day. But when he turned his head toward the window, his world stopped. A beggar, drenched and trembling, was sitting outside. Her eyes looked familiar. And then it hit him, it was her. The same girl who vanished from his life 3 years ago without a single word, without a reason. What happened to her? Why was she on the streets? What was she hiding back then? Stay with us till the end to uncover a story that will shake your soul. Broken Heart, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Kindness Stories for more emotional journeys that warm the heart. Liam Jackson was a quiet man who kept his pain to himself. At 28, he was a successful architect in Portland, Oregon. His life was neatly organized: morning jogs, coffee at Black Bean Café, work, and then back home to silence. No one really knew the story behind those deep eyes and the faint sadness in his smile. 3 years ago, Liam was a different man, full of joy, laughter, and dreams. And much of that joy had a name: Emily Carter. She was his first and only love. They met during their university days. She was a journalism student, full of fire and poetry, and he was the grounded dreamer who believed in blueprints and brick walls. For 2 years, they were inseparable. She told him everything, or so he thought. And then one evening, she disappeared. No call. No message. No goodbye. Liam searched, filed reports, called her family, and even checked hospitals. Nothing. Emily had vanished like smoke. Everyone told him to move on. But how do you move on from someone who never explained why she left? On this rainy Monday afternoon, he ducked into the cafe to escape the drizzle and warm up. As he stirred sugar into his coffee, something outside the window caught his eye: a girl sitting cross-legged on the sidewalk, her hair soaked, clothes tattered, eyes staring at nothing. She was holding a sign. Hungry. Cold. Please help. He looked again. And then again. A chill ran down his spine. Could it be? Liam stood up so fast he spilled his coffee. He rushed outside, ignoring the confused looks from the barista and other customers. His shoes splashed through the puddles as he stopped in front of the girl. Her head was bowed, shivering, hugging herself. Emily, he whispered. She flinched. Liam. Her voice cracked like dry leaves in winter. She looked up, eyes swollen, lips trembling. He dropped to his knees, his heart pounding. Emily, what happened? Where have you been? Tears pooled in her eyes, but she said nothing. Her hands tightened around the dirty blanket. He reached for his coat and wrapped it around her. You're coming with me. I can't, she stammered, backing away. I'm not leaving you out here, Liam said firmly. I waited 3 years for answers. And even if I get none, I'm not letting you sleep on a sidewalk again. She burst into tears, curling into herself. Liam looked around. People were watching. He didn't care. He lifted her gently, and though she was just skin and bones now, to him she still felt like the girl he once carried through snow on a ski trip, the same girl who stole his heart with a smile. He brought her to his apartment, helped her get warm, gave her soup, and let her shower. He found her some clean clothes. When she came out, wrapped in one of his oversized hoodies, her eyes scanned the familiar living room. Everything was still the same. You kept the painting, she said softly, nodding toward the canvas she had made for him, a skyline of their dream city. I kept everything, Liam replied, his voice low. She sat down slowly, as if her legs could give in any moment. You must have questions. I do, he said, sitting across from her. But only if you're ready. Emily looked down. Her hands were trembling. I didn't want to leave. I was forced. Liam frowned. Forced? She took a deep breath, and her voice came out heavy, laced with memories and buried grief. My father was sick. Stage 4 cancer. He didn't have insurance, and the bills were drowning us. My family was barely surviving. I didn't want to be a burden on you. I saw your career blooming. I couldn't tell you. I thought if I left, maybe you'd hate me, but at least you'd keep growing. I sold everything to pay for treatments. Even my phone. I lived in shelters. And after he passed, I had nowhere to go. Liam was stunned. Why didn't you come back? Or send a letter? She looked at him with those haunted eyes. By then, I was too ashamed. I thought you moved on. That you hated me. I never stopped loving you, Liam said. His voice cracked. Silence fell over the room. Only the rain tapping against the window could be heard. Emily's lips quivered. I didn't expect to see you again. And definitely not like this. He walked over and knelt beside her. Then maybe God wanted us to meet again. This time, I'm not letting go. Not without a fight. Her tears fell like rain, and for the first time in years, they weren't alone in their pain. Liam let Emily stay for the night. She slept on his couch while he stayed in the bedroom, but he barely got any sleep. His mind was spinning, grief, anger, guilt, but most of all, hope. Morning came with soft sunlight through the blinds. Liam walked out of his room to see Emily already awake, sitting cross-legged with a cup of tea he had made before dozing off. You still put 2 sugars, she said with a faint smile. He smiled back, tired but warm. Some things never change. The day was slow and filled with gentle conversations. Emily told him everything, how she had sold her books, her laptop, even her camera to afford hospice care for her dad. How she worked odd jobs until her health failed. And when she had nothing left, she took to the streets. But you didn't deserve to suffer alone, Liam said. Emily looked down. Neither did you. A long silence passed. And then Liam asked something unexpected. What would you do, Emily, if you got a second chance? Her eyes widened. A chance to rewrite your story. To live again. Not as a beggar, not as someone who ran away, but as the girl I knew. Smart. Brave. Talented. Emily looked at her reflection in the window. She barely recognized herself anymore. But something stirred deep inside. A flicker. I don't even know where to start. I do, Liam said. He made some calls that afternoon. Got her an appointment with a doctor. Then connected her with a women's rehabilitation shelter that provided therapy, housing, and job support. He told them she was his friend. No, someone he once loved. And someone who deserved to be whole again. I'll support you, he told her that night, but you have to want it too. Emily nodded, teary-eyed. I do. Weeks passed. Emily slowly began to heal. Her posture changed. Her skin glowed a little more. The hoodie was eventually replaced by her own clothes. She started journaling again. and even found a part-time writing job through one of Liam's contacts. One evening, as they walked near the same cafe where they had met again, she stopped him. "Do you really think we can go back?" she asked. Liam smiled gently. "No. But maybe we can go forward. Together." She reached out, took his hand, and whispered, "Thank you for seeing me, when I was invisible to the world." He pulled her close. "You were never invisible to me." Sometimes, life takes people away not because they stopped loving, but because they're carrying a burden too heavy to share. Liam didn't just give Emily warmth and food, he gave her dignity. He reminded her that she was still worthy. And that is the purest form of kindness. Red Heart. If this story touched your heart, please like this video and subscribe to Kindness Stories. Share it with someone who believes in second chances.